So whenever I have anyone round for dinner, they always spot this stuff on the side and say, is that salt? Why is it pink? Yes, it is salt, and no, I don't just buy it because it's pretty. Today I'm going to tell you why I buy the pink stuff, and I'm also going to tell you why some people think I'm crazy for doing it. Himalayan sea salt. The Himalayas are probably best known for being home to Mount Everest, but I love their salt. So within the mountains lay these crystallised salt beds, and they've been protected for millions of years against modern day pollution by mountains, ice and even lava for some of that time. And the Himalayan sea salt that's there is known to be some of the purest salt on earth. Now, most of us know we need salt. Well, actually we need sodium in our diet to be really healthy. But this salt is not the same as conventional table salt. So conventional table salt, pop that down there so I don't get salty. Conventional table salt has been processed and chemically cleaned to remove impurities. So table salt is 99% sodium chloride, and they have a few additives in there so that it pours better and it doesn't clump and that kind of thing. The problem with it being 99% sodium chloride is it's really, really easy to overdose on sodium. One of the key differences with the Himalayan sea salt is that it's only 85% sodium chloride because it hasn't gone through this kind of chemical cleaning process. The remainder of the salt is actually a mixture of 84 other minerals that are key for our own bodily health. So we're talking about things like copper, selenium, zinc and magnesium. All of them are vital for a good blood pressure and many other wonderful things that these minerals do for our body. Despite its high mineral content, even Himalayan sea salt needs to be consumed in moderation because it is still primarily sodium, and excess sodium in our diet will lead to high blood pressure or hypertension. And basically what happens is if you consume too much sodium, you retain water to try and dilute the levels of sodium in your blood, and that leads to high blood pressure. So we need to be thinking about having 2,300 milligrams of sodium in our diet, or if you already have hypertension or high blood pressure, you need to be thinking about 1,500 milligrams. Now that's actually quite tricky to work out exactly how much sodium you're getting because salt isn't the same as sodium. But really, if you aim for about 3/4 of a teaspoon to a teaspoon of salt a day, you should be absolutely fine. Now, I promised you the other side to the story because there always is an other side when it comes to nutrition. We really can't seem to agree on how best to fuel our bodies at the moment. So the arguments against Himalayan sea salt are twofold. Firstly, the levels of trace minerals other than sodium chloride are very, very low, and we can get them from other food sources. There's no clinical evidence out there at the moment that says that you get a health benefit from consuming Himalayan sea salt. The other problem with Himalayan sea salt is that among these tiny amounts of trace minerals are some minerals that are radioactive, like radium, uranium and polonium, and there's even some that are known poisons. So what's a girl to do? Consume pink salt or not? Am I crazy for buying radioactive salt? Well, no, I'm not. There are huge health benefits to consuming food in its most natural, whole state. Nature has this knack for providing us with exactly the right kind of balance of nutrients that we need, and we don't know enough about nutrition yet, and we really don't know enough to be able to kind of manufacture anything that is more healthy and more beneficial and nutrients that are more potent for us than nature can. So you get this effect really when you consume something in its whole state. You get an orchestra effect. The sum of the parts are greater, the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. So take for example the apple. There's a tiny amount of vitamin C in an apple, but that vitamin C is far more potent when it's consumed as part of an apple with the 4,000 other phytonutrients in the apple than if it's consumed separately as an isolated vitamin C supplement. And exactly the same thing applies to consuming all of these minerals that are in Himalayan sea salt. Add into that this salt is the purest salt on earth. It's been protected from pollution naturally by ice and lava and rocks for millions of years. So I believe that truly this is the better way to consume salt, and there are an awful lot of people out there who agree with me. But what do you think? Do you even think twice when you buy salt? Do you just buy the cheapest table salt there is? Have you ever thought beyond the kind of health concerns of high sodium consumption and wondered whether there are health benefits to salt? I'd love to know what you think on this subject. Maybe you just think I'm absolutely crazy for feeding my family radioactive salt. Let me know. Comment below the video. I want to hear from you.